to review comes from James Poon of Management Research News. The article is titled Nonverbal Communication in Business Success. We learned about the importance of nonverbal communication in our module last week. To communicate effectively, people need to transmit both verbal and nonverbal cues, and be able to interpret them as well. Success comes from communicating effectively and efficiently in both ways. The main purpose of this article was to explore the important link between nonverbal communication and business success. There are many nonverbal communication methods that contribute to this link that will be discussed in my speech today. To begin, the article touches on the importance of knowledge and success. A direct quote from James Poon reads, "Knowledge is a result of the patterning of perceived information, and communication of information is perhaps the most distinctive and single most important human activity." This means the more knowledge someone has, the more potential for success they bring to themselves. We cannot learn information without interpreting it in some way. Therefore, we need to use various methods of nonverbal and verbal cues to gather our information. Although the article briefly discusses verbal communication, the main focus is on nonverbal communication and business success. After the introduction, the article is divided into sections that touch on the importance of all the different types of nonverbal communication functions and methods. Meta-language is first discussed, and this talks about the thought process behind our words. Second is paralanguage, which talks about the way things are said in conversation. We then move to body language. This category includes gestures and movements of the upper and lower body. Next is physical characteristics, which includes things such as our hair, skin, nails, etc. Touching behavior is most common at meetings and departures, and is as simple as a handshake. The article then moves to proxemics, which is the perception of space. Artifacts is the next category, which talks about clothing, perfumes, anything like that. Finally, environmental factors include furniture, lighting, smells, or colors in the area. After focusing on the different types of nonverbal communication, James Poon then goes on to show how each can affect the success of a business. He also provides his audience with additional sections on how to interpret nonverbal cues in the workplace. The article is written in a social science perspective, as the main focus is how individuals communicate within a business. Poon used specific examples to relay his information, making the data qualitative. Adding to the qualitative data, studies from other sources were used to provide information to the readers. The article was clear and easy to read thanks to the sections and subsections that Poon used. However, this contributes to the one downfall I feel the article has. The article has so much information, I feel it could be overwhelming to the reader at some points. One suggestion I would make would be to create some smaller articles from this larger one. My research focuses on how nonverbal communication can bring success in one's personal life. This article hit the nail on the head by providing me with the exact information I will be writing about in my paper. It provides an extensive review of the types of nonverbal communication and how they contribute to our success, along with how to gather and interpret cues. Overall, I see myself using this article as one of the primary sources of information when writing my research paper.